What is going on, everybody? How we doing today? As usual, hope we're doing okay. I just gotta finish shilling this on Twitter real quick. I have so many drafts, dude. So many fucking drafts that I just never bother sending ever. It's ridiculous. Then I gotta do Discord as well. Gonna hit my Discord really quickly. Um, one moment. Sorry. There we go. All right. As I was saying, how we doing, everybody? Okay, there were a few people here when I had to shut the stream off a minute ago. I apologize for that. I don't know if anyone's back yet. But today is a Sunday. We would usually be doing Oblivion Sunday today, and I'm not saying we won't play Oblivion today. It's just with Fishtank going on and with streaming seeming to be something that is acceptable again for season 4. I figure we'll do a little bit of reacting to what's going on in season 4 and things like that. But yeah, I'll go ahead and I'll see what's going on. I haven't been watching a ton of Fish Tank. I watched late night last night. I was playing some Morrowind, and I literally had one of these. I had one of these in one ear. Fucking, I think I gotta clean these things too. Actually, fuck cleaning them. I should just get new headphones. Either way, yeah, I gotta clean these things or get new headphones. And then I had one of these in the other ear. I had Fish Tank in this ear, Morrowind in that ear. I was like fucking Zoomer, multitasking, Zoomer, dopamine maxing. But anyway, yeah, yeah, I watched a little bit of it last night. Other than that, I didn't really watch that much of it. I haven't watched that much of it this first week. I got shit going on. I got a bunch of shit that I'm doing. A lot of it stems from me wanting to try and lose this weight. So when I wake up, my day is not like, oh, let's check Fish Tank. It's let's get ready to work out. But what is going on, Bonjour Skeet? What is going on, Snurf G? Bonjour asks, I wonder if the Indian who made your webcam is a sports fan. I'll bet he is. He's probably into some Indian type sport like fucking cricket. Indians love cricket. That's a big thing. They love playing cricket against Pakistan a lot of the time. What is going on, OP? What's going on, Smart Moron? How we doing? I think Arya already won, but I could see Freddie winning too. I would have expected a push for a woman winning this season, but they both suck. Yeah, there was four guys, four women to start. Two of the women have left. One of the men have left. The man got kicked out for whatever reason. I'm not sure. I wasn't even sure what was going on with that. Rachel left because she was an 8-year-old child. She was a fucking 8-year-old child in a grown woman's body. And like I can't stand seeing people like that. I can't stand the fact that people allowed her to develop that way. I can't When people develop the way that Rachel developed, it makes me want to hit somebody with a chair. Namely my wife. She just happened to walk in. No, but like, baby, have you ever seen somebody who like they're morbidly obese and it's because they still are an 8-year-old inside their head? Yeah, like it's literally that type of shit. It's literally like that was one of the contestants on Fish Tank this season. Like I would see her fucking she would not leave her room. She was in bedroom 2 of the season 1 house. She would not leave the room for like anything. And she would sit there talking to the camera, talking to the TTS, in a way that was just like, again, the way a child does, where like, how children, they have to have the last word, they have to say something, and then you like, they expect you to just be like, all right, okay, like that type of shit. She'd demand fucking like she'd demand like Ben or Jet, especially Ben, come up and like talk to her about shit and like give her stuff. To the point where like Ben would talk to her for a little bit and she'd be like bitchy and then he'd leave and then she'd do that thing that kids do where it's like, fine, go. And then the adults like, okay, walk off and uh and then somebody's like no and then the child's like, no, come back. Like you'd literally see that kind of thing. It's just like I generally feel bad for people who are as obese as the Rachel chick is because I tend to assign like depression to them. That's kind of like what goes on in my head is like, oh, they must really be fucking depressed. I have that issue where like I depression eat and I stress eat, and that's why I'm fat as fuck, you know. Um, but like because of that, when I see someone who's that obese, a lot of the time I'm like, oh man, that sucks for that guy. I feel bad for him, you know. But like this is someone who it's like this person deserves to be obese. They are spiritually obese. Yeah. And they are spiritually obese because they are a child. Like obesity to that level is literally childish. You are still a childish person even though you're in your 20s, you know, and it's like it grosses me out. It makes me want to like fucking throw rocks and shit like that, you know. I want to take powder. I want to take like flour and just dump it into my hand and right upside the head. Yeah. Mm. Uh, Laser asked, "Was that you on 4chan?" I really don't use 4chan like that. Why? What happened on 4chan as to where somebody would ask if it was me or something like that. You know, I woke up around 1 p.m. today because I went to bed mad late last night. I went to bed around 1 p.m. I went to bed. I woke up around 1 p.m. Excuse me. And there was a guy on Twitter who asked me if I was crashing out, and it's like, dude, I was asleep. I don't know what the hell is going on, but like, what are you talking about, Laser? I hope you're still here to enlighten me on what's going on, because that was something where it's like when somebody asks me something like that, I want to know like, oh, what the hell's going on? Like, huh? Like, what do you mean? I forget who it was too. It was somebody. Oh yeah, come about 12 hours ago, come on Twitter asked, "Are you having an episode?" Scott Sullivan MMA on Twitter, and I was like, "Huh?" Like I don't know what this dude was talking about. So I was like, "Okay, that's weird." And he never got. Uh, we seen you and Bert on 4chan. I've no, I haven't ever posted to 4chan. I've checked out the FTL threads specifically during seasons 2 and 2.5, but that was just to see what was being said about the season and about me. And I saw that there was a lot of hate for me at the time. And because of that, I was like, I don't want to be around here. I'm not someone who when somebody is like shitting on me, I'm not someone who's going to be like, you know what, let's keep on being around this person or keep on being around these people. It's like, oh well, that guy doesn't like me. I don't want to be around someone who doesn't like me. That shit's tedious, you know. Where you oh no, you were talking about somebody else. Bonjour. I could watch DRNC do the worm. Derench do the worm for hours. Somebody asked me. It might have been Milk Hunter on Twitter as well. So somebody, yeah, can you do the worm? I mean, I think everybody can do the worm, but is it a good worm? I don't know. I don't know. Someone my size would probably be closer to like a seal or something like that. You know. They love cricket because it doesn't require as much athleticism as other sports. It wouldn't surprise me if that's part of it. Honestly, would not surprise me. Even like the hardest thing to do in sports on a scientific level is to hit a baseball. Not hit a cricket ball or anything like that. That's because a cricket bat is like that fucking wide. You know, it's crazy. But yeah, like I don't use 4chan. I kind of lied though. Somebody showed me the Scotty Rocker threads. There's been like what, like two of those people made, probably just to fuck around, probably ironically, if anything. Um, I thought those were a hoot. So yeah, I did check in on those every now and again. I don't know if there's been one. This is like weeks or even a month ago or something like that. There was somebody showed me a thread, and I was like, oh, that's fucking hilarious, bro. But I never posted in it. I kind of make it a point to not really do too much 4chan shit. It's just not something I'm that interested in. But I am curious now. This is the second time someone was like, hey, what's going on? It's like I don't know what's going on. Was that what's going on 4chan? What's happening? Um, did you see Trisha getting 2,000 views on YouTube stream? Good for her. Good for her, man. You know. This person deserves to be obese. They are spiritually obese. Yes. Yes. Like you know, it's kind of like a Twitter talking point. So I hate like not copying, but I hate parroting Twitter like right wing Twitter Roman statue guy talking points. But yeah, like there's a saying, they're not like that because they're poor. They're poor because they're like that. Talking about a certain group of people there, and that's true, and that can be applied to a bunch of different people, a bunch of different situations that somebody could be in. Um, Rachel is a great example of someone who's not like that because she's obese. She's obese because she's like that. She is spiritually obese. It's just the way she is. Me, I'm not spiritually obese. I just have poor eating habits. You know, those are two different things. I swear, guys. I swear. Okay, okay. Let me know if the audio is crazy. I noticed the microphone was peaking a little bit, but you know, I could be it could be good, it could not be good. I don't know which. I'm waiting for Laser to fucking get back to me. I wanna see what the fucking deal with that was. I saw a post that said hoods are for peasants to shamefully hide their deformed heads. Funniest shit I've read this year. Wouldn't surprise me if like somebody said that like unironically. You know, that would not surprise me. I'm literally gonna track down this Laser guy because I'm like, come on, dude, come on. I want to know. I want to know what the hell that was. No, not open the chat. Open the chat, you fucking fool. You fucking fool. Um, dude, Twitter is so like Twitter is so fucking annoying with it. Where like when I click on this, right? I don't want a pop-up menu. I don't want a pop-up menu. I want to see the whole thing. That way, I can see the chat along with it. But Elon Musk is one of those guys who is obsessed with unnecessary cool shit. I've lived with people who are like this. The kind of people who like they can't just buy a box of tissues. They have to buy a box of tissues and then they have to think about how they can make their space cooler. Like imagine if I had a cold and I was like, "Oh, I need to go get some tissues." And then I decided I would get like a tissue, like an ornate tissue box that I then fucking like a dispenser, not even a box, and then I like super glue it to here. You know, that way I have it. Like I can't stand shit like that, like unnecessary shit that does not actually help. You know, it's so frustrating and annoying to me, and it's just like holy fuck, man, holy fuck. But anyway, I'm sure I can track down that Laser person anyway. I'm not seeing, I ain't, oh, wait. The chat should be loading. Never mind, it's not. It's fucking not. Show timestamps. That's so foolish, man. That's so fucking stupid. That is so dumb. Anyway, like I said, I'm gonna track down this Laser person. People. Whatever. Anyway. Nobles has Nobles had long silly tips on theirs. Yeah. Anyway. Oh man. Fuck. Hold on one sec. Yeah, that shit's annoying. Like, I can't stand I can't stand Elon Musk as of late. Specifically because the things that he does are useless at best. They are useless at best. And at worst, they're things that make the platform worse. Where like even though it's easier to have free speech or as close to free speech as you can get and all this other stuff, like even though it's as close to this as you possibly can get, um, yeah, I don't even think it's worth like one thing he needs to do is make it so that you can search your followers, just like you can on Instagram and things like that, right? Um, you need to be able to do that because sitting here, I'm looking for one person in particular. I'm looking for one person in particular. Oh, and then that's just the verified followers. That's just the verified followers. Oh, gee. Like I'm not gonna find this person. You know who I am gonna find? I'm gonna find this gentleman right here. That's those are the only people I'm gonna find. You know, I got cum right here. Maybe I could ask him, but regardless of whatever it is, like fucking uh there we go. Musk is a bad mixture of someone who's cocky and awkward. Yes, he's cockward is what he is. He's cockward. Like he makes it so that you can't block somebody anymore, right? He didn't take away the ability to click the block button. He just took away the functionality of what blocking is supposed to be. Instead, he makes it so that the person is essentially just muted. That's all it is. They can still see your shit. Never mind the fact that there's people out there who they have like Instagrams or Twitters or anything like that where they post their personal stuff, meaning like personal life stuff that they don't even want their coworkers to know about. And now those coworkers will one find out that that person has like here's what I'm talking about, right? Let's say I go to work with somebody who I find them to be annoying and them being around me makes me uncomfortable. Okay, so when I go home, I don't have to deal with them. However, let's say I happen to find them on Twitter, right? I decide, ooh, I don't want this person knowing I have a Twitter. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to block them. That way, my profile will be completely and totally gone from their Twitter experience. It's going to be a lot harder for them to track me down. That way, when they see me post something, I'm not going to have to hear about it the next day at work. Fucking, that is what blocking is for. That's what that shit is supposed to be for. Elon decides, no, 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 we will not do that. He takes that away. And it's just like I'm having a hard time describing the like annoying feelings that I have towards Elon Musk, but I feel like everybody kind of gets it. I do feel like everybody kind of gets it a little bit, you know, where it's like, dude, what are you doing? You know, it's that autistic kid who is fucking annoying. He's stupid as shit, but he's convinced that he's like the smartest guy in the class. You know, he sits in the back of the class twirling a pen in his hand and he tries to argue with the math teacher about like whether 2 plus 2 equals 5 or 4, you know? Um, like that type of shit, like that kind of guy. He is that guy. And everyone's trying to tell him, yo, dude, we don't hate you. We don't think you're in a bad, like, we don't think you're a bad guy. We think what you're doing is actually really good, but please just listen to us and do what we're asking and we're gonna love you even more. And instead of that, he's like, no, no, I'm smart enough. I'm smart enough to know what you want. And it's like, no, dude, give us what we ask for. We literally are telling you what we want. You just buy Twitter and shut your mouth. We don't need you to rename it to X. We don't want you fucking with the blocking features. We don't want bugs to be made into features, which is quite literally what the whole delay on your tweet thing is. That's a bug that Elon was like, we'll turn it into a feature. It's just so fucking stupid, dude. I won't even keep going on about it because I'm doing a bad job. And then also it's just like, it's like I said, I feel like you guys get it. I feel like you get it. But I only use Twitter. All right. I only use. Okay. I jump on the site and it hits me with 2 pop-ups right away. But excuse me. I only use Twitter because I got banned on IG for making N-word towers in comments. Oh boy, that's pretty insane. I'm probably the only person who got banned for that specific reason because moderation is far more lenient now these days. Probably, you know. That's one thing is as the pendulum swings back, which is what's happening culturally in the United States right now and the world, but especially the United States. As the pendulum swings back, you're going to see companies all of a sudden pretend like they actually give a shit and like they support good policies and good politics and things like that, you know. So because of that, you're gonna have somebody said there's a fight going on. Hold on. Oh, what the fuck are these guys wearing? What are these guys? What the fuck is going on here? Why are they wearing this shit? I mean, I know it's part of fucking Arya. Holy fuck, man. He looks crazy in that thing, dude. Wow. Wow. Anyway. What, he's pretending to like what, Daniel's pretending to be choked out or something? Or did they tell them, hey, when you get beat, pretend to be choked out? See, like, what's his face? Wow, we're only 20 minutes into the cell. The cell only started 20 minutes ago. See, Daniel has that. Daniel has good boy syndrome. I feel like Daniel might have good boy syndrome, and that's part of the reason why he's so weird. You know, because I don't really believe in autism, right? When I say autism, what I really mean is I'm kind of using it as like a slang for like weird and things like that. But like you can tell because when we saw that fight, Daniel literally turned around and presented his back to Seth, almost as though he was saying like, okay, I'm fighting, but I don't really want to win. I'm going to let you win. And that's something that you see from a lot of like dudes with good boy syndrome and things like that. You know, like a good boy complex. Like I guarantee you his mom was like she rewarded him every time he lost, is what happened. She rewarded him every time he lost. She punished him every time he won. You know, and I don't even mean like you won, you're grounded. I mean you won, like whenever he won something, if he ever won anything in his life, something bad happened after that was caused by an authority figure in his life. I'm willing to bet that's like the type of shit that happened with Daniel. You know, what Daniel really needs is to like discover that, one, there's nothing bad about winning, and two, it's really, really fucking like disgustingly awful to turn around and present your ass to another man like that and have a smile about it, you know? I've seen that happen before. Arya Bulge is insane, not gonna lie. Man, I didn't look until you said something, smart moron. Why'd you have to do that to me, bro? Why'd you have to do that to me, bro? Come on, man. What are you doing here? The X thing is some weird vision he has. I think he's trying to turn Twitter into some sort of PayPal social media hybrid. Wouldn't surprise me, Jenkem Alchemist, going back to the Elon Musk thing. But, oh fuck, what was I talking about? Oh yeah. Like I've seen the very beginning parts of good boy syndrome occurring in young boys before. I was teaching a boxing class years ago. It was I was actually filling in for a guy who was teaching a kids boxing class. He couldn't make it that week, so he asked me. And I was watching all the people. There was like 4 or 5 kids in the class, and one of the kids was this when I say short, I mean he was a kid, but like, he was a young kid, black hair, glasses, looking a little bit dweeby already. And he wasn't like unathletic necessarily, but he also wasn't like as naturally gifted as some of the other people in the class. And because of that, he would compensate by purposefully fucking up and then looking at me almost as though he was like, oh, he like, oh fuck, what was his name? That fucking kid in the Magic School Bus. I forget what his name is, but he's always making dumb jokes, and everyone's like, "Oh, Elmer," or whatever the fuck his name is, right? Like the goofy, annoying but still lovable character, like the way everybody reacts to him and the way he reacts, like, hey, I had to, like that type of shit. If I see that in my son, I don't know how I'm gonna react, but it's not like I cannot allow that to be my son, and you cannot allow that to be your son either, because that's probably how Daniel started out with it, was like either he got really shy. He seems more like the shy kind of guy where like he'd lose and he'd run over to his mom and his mom would be like, "It's okay, buddy, let's give me a hug." Or like, again, the other piece of that is like you have people who are like you have people who are like, "Oh, whoops, haha, I fell over." Haha, like they almost go like the slapstick route where they like purposefully fall over, and when they get back up they look to you as though they're trying to see if you like thought that was funny. And then they're like, and it's like, dude, knock that off, man. Knock that off, dude.
Not for a whore.
I knew Daniel had good boy syndrome when he started bugging on production. Classic bad behavior pension. That's another thing too. Is like, didn't he say something about like he used to throw tantrums and shit like that?
If it's not your turn, stand
OP, good boy syndrome. So like that's something I made up, right? And I don't think like I coined the term is what I mean when it's something that I made up. But essentially, what I believe good boy syndrome to be is when you have a child who turns out like this as an adult. Daniel is an extreme case. Daniel's an extreme case, but when you're a child, you are forced into situations where you sort of learn an inverted sense of what is good and what is right, insofar as competition and assertiveness and fulfillment, self-actualization, and all this other stuff, to the point where you essentially internalize losing. You internalize coming in second or third. You don't shoot for first place because you don't think you're going to be good enough, or that you don't deserve it, or something like that. And that you're actually doing what you're meant to do by coming in second, by being the guy in the movie who dies, and the actual hero sees that and he's like, "No, and then he goes on his fucking like, crazy rampage, killing everybody as revenge for you dying, right? Instead of you being the hero, or at the very least not being the guy who dies to inspire the hero, not coming in third and being like, "Yay, I did it, yay, I did good." You asked me what that is, and I'm doing a good enough job of explaining it, I feel like, but also like, I'm still like kind of about it, oh fuck, look at the moves, look at the fucking moves, dude. Hell yeah, bro. Our winner, ladies and gentlemen. Our winner, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, but that's kind of what a that's kind of like a whirlwind explanation of what that is, of what good boy syndrome is. Like, I'm the one who thought of like that sort of like terminology to describe it, but I really I think it's a thing. I think it's a thing. I have chocolate chips. I'm gonna be fat as fuck, and I'm gonna fucking literally drink them out of the packet. Fucking, I haven't eaten. No, I had a sandwich today, and then other than that, I've just been like scrounging for food around my house because I don't have the time to go anywhere else. Hell yeah, bro. He's still going.
15 seconds.
He's still going.
Back on the floor for the finale.
That was awesome.
Holy fuck.
Well done.
He really tried to hit that. What, I can't stand Freddy. I can't fucking stand him in the tank, dude. Fine. Anyway. No. But said like a crypto main character syndrome. Well, you see, the thing about good boy syndrome, the thing about anything that we do is that we're always just trying to get what we want and what we think we deserve. And what happens with somebody like Daniel is that, and what happens with somebody with good boy syndrome is they're really just looking for approval. They're looking for the approval of the people around them. So when somebody like their mom only gives real approval when they come in second or third, they're not going to shoot for first because they don't care about anybody else around them other than the people that they want the approval of. And mommy only really gives a fuck in a good way when fucking little Danny comes in second or third, you know. That's really what it ends up being. Oh man. Yeah. Whenever someone stands on their head like that, I get really nervous. I get really fucking nervous. I've seen people snap necks and spines before like that. That's so that it's like I said, it makes me nervous. But I like Freddy as a lol cow. Yeah. Man. Please stop doing that, Wrench. Yeah, like Freddie reminds me a little too much of people that I used to hang out with, you know? Like, this dude's a 36-year-old guy who's in a band. He's still trying to make music work for him, you know? This is like literally, this is what the dudes that I used to hang out with are still doing. Like, I know of a couple of guys who, when I was 18, 19, and I was hanging out with the Floozies, they would fucking like they'd start bands that would stick together for like a month or two and then they'd just fall apart. And it's not like friendships were like broken or anything like that. It's like the same 7 guys cycling in and out of different projects, and every time like 2 guys leave this 4-piece band and another 2 guys hop in, they just decide they're going to change the name and they're going to do new songs and they're going to tweak the format just a little bit and all this other stuff. It was just like so weird. Hell yeah. Our boy Aria. I'm telling you guys, Aria is going to win. Believe it. Fucking believe it. Sorry, I was just checking something out here. But yeah, at the end of the day, all we're ever doing, I'm gonna shut up and we're gonna actually turn on the we're gonna have the shit going after I say this. At the end of the day, all we're ever trying to do is get what we want and what we feel like we need out of the world and the people that are around us. That's it. And from the moment you were born, you are internalizing things that happen to and around you, and you're also testing to see what works and what does not work in order to get you what you want and what you need. Someone who has good boy syndrome, they will realize that whatever they want or whatever they need is attainable so long as they don't have too much ambition and as long as they are comfortable with accepting second and third place, if that. Somebody who, say, is like Daniel or REA in that, like, oh, they're autistic. It's not that they were necessarily born that much different from other people, but what you'll notice is when they were younger, certain things got them what they wanted. Throwing tantrums got Daniel what he wanted when he was younger. So because of that, he'll throw a tantrum here and there. He said it himself. He used to throw tantrums all the time. Eventually that stopped working, and because of that he was like, okay, I got to stop this. But he probably didn't even stop that on his own accord. He probably stopped it because somebody who would usually give him what he wanted was like, hey, you're too old for that, Daniel. And he was like, yeah, but it was working for me. And then eventually he had to stop, that's why someone like Daniel will throw tantrums. It just comes down to how you were socialized. All these diseases, or not diseases, but disorders and things like that we have, that people will give you pills and other weird, like, experimental therapies and stuff for. A lot of it just comes down to whether you're high or low IQ, combined with how you were able to get what you wanted when you were a child, what worked and what didn't, and how you were able to affect the world around you and stuff like that. That's really what it comes down to. Autism doesn't exist. Depression doesn't exist. Bipolar does not exist. It's all ADD, OCD, none of it exists. It's all either trauma or it's just you figuring out how the world works for you personally. That's it. That's all it is, And it's made worse by the belief that these things are actually real. They're not. It's not, you know. People get put in these boxes, and because of that they grow to fill whatever box they've been put in, similar to a watermelon. When you put it in a mold, I saw this at Disney World when I was younger. They have these Mickey Mouse shaped molds that they grow, not pineapples, watermelons in, and the watermelon will grow and it will take the shape of the mold, That's what a lot of these things are. And that's why, like it's bad enough when you're in your teens and somebody's telling you, oh no, you have ADD. It's even worse when it's like you're 5 or 6 and someone's like, you have ADD, But anyway, I'm wondering what's going on here. Is it a push-up contest? Ooh, okay.
How many you did, Daniel?
How many?
Yeah.
That wasn't a perfect push-up, but that was a much better push-up than I gave Daniel, than I would have expected out of Daniel. I'll say that much.
7, 8, 9, 10.
He's got to keep his head looking forward, though. You don't want to do push-ups looking at the ground. You got to keep your head looking. He should be able to see Derench. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that's Derench.
20, 21.
Kids these days, am I right? Yes. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Graboony attack.
29. More. 30.
Okay, with second, that's kind of the origin of beta male. Kind of, I guess. I can see what you're saying, but I see what you mean. I see what you mean by that.
About 8.
Kids these days need to start bumping 06 Gucci Mane. Exactly.
How less than you?
I think every child should dig at least one ditch during the span of their childhood. I mean, I don't think putting a kid to work in some form, making them do some hard work is going to be a bad thing, obviously. But like, I do think that that's something a lot of boomers and spiritual boomers from the Gen X and even millennial generations, they think is going to be like a cure-all, when it's like, no. Like you need to actually like be a parent to your child, So many people are not cut out to be parents. I used to think it was unfair and unjust to demand that only the brightest are able to procreate. But I see now what happens when you when you have a situation where everybody's allowed to procreate, right? And like this is one of those. Ooh, this is pretty sick. I like this. This is one of those things where it's like, okay, like fucking, is there any real way to like actually implement this? Not really, but like I would support the idea of like having to take a test to procreate. I would support that idea. I don't think you should be like sterilized if you don't pass the test. I just think that You should probably be and again, like this is one of those, it's like I said, there's no real way to implement the way that I feel about this, you know. I'm not saying like if I was king of the world tomorrow, I'd be like, if you're below 100 IQ, you're getting pumped full of chemicals, like no. But like I guess what I'm saying is I can understand it. You know, I can understand it is really what I'm saying, you know. Fucking so many like piece of shit parents. They have kids and they think like, oh well, you know what I'll do? I'll smash their phone. I'll smash their bone in front of their face, and if they have anything to say about it, I'll take my belt off. It's what I'll do. It's like just white trash or just like low class parenting maneuvers and techniques and shit like that.
That's fake.
Is just like gross. It's so disgusting, you know, and it fucks people up, you know. I recently went back to construction, and it's weird seeing the beaner kids lean more zoomers than hard-working beaners, broccoli-headed labor haters. I'm confused. What?
What are we thinking?
I'm confused by exactly what you mean by that, but
You don't like that?
I mean, I already did it guy in the first place. I don't know.
Stupid boys.
I'm confused as to like what's going on here. I don't know what they're doing.
Survive the calling.
It's,
MDE will never die.
it's between Seth and Wrench, and it was a two fish mark prize, so I'll just give you each one.
Move that bad boy around.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Alright, you guys have made it to your first break.
Thank you.
I am
You know, like it's
Yes.
See you Wednesday.
And guys,
you know it sucks that Derench is a stripper, and the thing about strippers is that you can never 100% confirm whether or not. Oh, hold on.
more challenges. This cell challenge is brought to you by Fishtank Reality TV Simulator on Steam. You want
yeah, I keep
to
forgetting
walk
to
around
download
this
that.
house in first person and mess with contestants? You can do that. Go to Steam, type in Fishtank. You will see the game. The reviews are pretty good. If you want to help us out, play it for a little while and leave a good review. Okay?
Will contestants get free copies?
Sure. Yeah.
Yay.
We'll have them play it at some point too, but play the game. Okay?
Fucking
Enjoy the
Aria.
game. We've worked really hard on it.
Do all the
Guys over
contestants
at
get free
Hacksaw
copies?
Busted ass.
I
for
get
this
one for
release.
free, right?
Give it a shot. Okay? It's cheaper than a TTS. Play the game. Okay? It means a lot to us. Play that ad read.
This is so fun.
So I can't read.
Anyway, it really is a shame that Derench is a stripper, and the thing about strippers is that you can never 100% be. You can never 100% be certain that they haven't taken money for sexual favors, because that's a thing at strip clubs, even in America. Like, what happens behind closed doors is kind of an open secret in a lot of strip clubs around there. You know, like you know, it is what it is. Because like Derench, there is something about her presence that I do find attractive. Like it's nice. It's kind of comforting in a certain way. But like I don't know what caused her to be what she became. But you know, it just sucks. You know, because that's not something she can ever take back. And that's why you got to be very careful about the things that you do. You know, and I'm saying this as someone who's done stuff that I can't take back to other people, to people that are in my lives now, to people that will be in my life in the future. You know, like we're all gonna do things that you cannot take back, whether it's good things or bad things. You know, and it's just always a shame when someone who has a personality that you kind of do enjoy a little bit. It's a shame when there's some aspect like that. It's a shame when that kind of thing happens. You know. I picked the wrench stocks before the reveal and kept them because she's competitive. Yeah, she's competitive. You know, I could see her making it long. You know, I don't see Daniel sticking around for much longer. I think Freddie, if there is a and your favorite one has returned. What's the favorite? What's the favorite one? Oh boy. Oh boy. There we go. Anyway,
How many words per minute can you write?
what was I gonna say? Yeah, like Daniel's gonna go soon. Freddie, if there is a popularity-based elimination at any point, I could see Freddie getting tossed. Seth is a freeloader, so you know he doesn't matter on that level. Ellie, I could see her lasting a while, but out of these three, I think she would be the one to go
Gay
first.
Garden is coming for that ass. We have eyes
Excuse me.
everywhere. Gay Garden always wins. There is no escape.
I think people invest in who they like instead of who can win. Yeah, I mean, I think that was kind of the point of the Stoics in the first place, you know?
It's pretty normal, but I think we bombed Iran. Yep. Bomb, 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 bomb Iran. Bomb, 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 bomb Iran.
Oh, man. Oh, Seth is a contestant? What? Yeah, because they brought him in mad early. So, I guess. Oh, yeah, Seth has Stoics. Yeah, okay. All right. So there hasn't actually been a real freeloader yet this season so far. That is news to me. That is news to me.
Does my logic hold? I don't know. We're all going to hell because we're all.
I woke up with a slight headache this morning, probably because of dehydration. And it's not going away, and it's really fucking annoying. You know, I wanted to drink today. I had the rest of that brandy from last week. I wanted to finish it.
Well, yeah, I
Anything at all?
Oh,
Well, I mean,
ow! Holy shit!
Ari, stand up so I can scan your vitals. Scan starting, scan in progress. Inner vitals are normal. Unit is large.
Stand up so I can scan your vitals. Somebody just wanted to see the fucking bulge again, didn't they?
You remember I asked you to put the AstroTurf in the washing machine this morning?
Autistic Jews just want a furry OC at a good price. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it.
I forgot to put them in the dryer.
I think people. Oh wait, I already read that one. Same. Ellie was so disappointed. What was disappointing about Ellie? I'm curious.
You would win the game. You Semite-Mongol.
Graboony says, "Want me some Frank and Fatty?" Yeah. I'm wondering when they're gonna end up in there.
Fishtank is made possible by contributions from viewers like you.
Oh, yes!
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Jeff Traeger.
Oh, that's the ball. That's the ball. You gotta leave it there. You gotta leave both of them there. That's a 2-for-1.
Ellie Impregnator, thank you for the yellow ball.
We got 2 snacks.
Orange key, thank you for the red ball.
And E for the snacks.
Area, no one gives a fuck about typing skills.
Mongolian Beast, red ball.
Late 30s loser.
Captain Jabbo, red ball. Some guy, yellow ball.
Should I throw it?
Thank you.
Should I donate for a ball?
Gay boy.
Should I donate for a ball? I have half of what I need for a ball. If I sell one of my Stoics, I'll have fuck it. I'll short sell. Wait, what? Damn, those. Oh, fuck. Damn, that sucks. I really shorted myself. Fucking that shit was down in like, I could swear that shit was down in like the 70 range, unless I was reading somebody else's shit. And now it's back in the 200 range. That's annoying. That's fucking.
Viewers like you. Thank you.
I'm gonna do a ball because I want to see something. I want to see what happens if I do a ball real quick.
When you're walking down the street, everybody that you meet has an original point of view.
I'm looking for a reaction from someone, and it's not Sam. Yeah, you have to bring the Ball brothers back. Oh yeah.
Yo, posse boy Dan. You'll never buy your daddy's shitty gay cabin. You too much of a bitch to even try a silly challenge, Jay.
guess the way of looking at
It still shows that I have two shores, excuse me. I have 2 shores of Aryeh, even though I sold one.
eliminated today because I haven't met Airsoft Fatty. I can't get eliminated, so I can't.
What? Yo. What's up?
All right.
Rockstar, we got some balls for you. Thank you, Gut, for the green ball. Thank you, Mince Dump Truck, for the green ball. You're cool. Thank you, Matt, for the green ball. Oh, doggone, I knew you'd send us a blue ball.
It's not gonna work out.
Long Bridge retard. Oh, I remember you, red ball. Woo! Thank you, Thurston Forecock, for the green ball. Whoa, color money.
Yeah, it's
Thank
not gonna
you,
work out because he's got
Island
too many
Rapid.
balls.
What? For the green ball, what? Thank you to Eyelash for the red ball. Woo! You're a rock star. Thank you, Yisu, for the red ball. Thank you, Spiritual Meat, for the blue ball. And Snowball coming in with a green ball. And Dindu Muffin with a red ball. Why?
Yeah, there's too many of them.
Kogadama with a yellow ball. Then we got Ben the Friend with
What's
a
going on,
blue
Lorian
ball.
Video? How you
Knew
doing?
you were gonna get blue. Then we got Zoda Cow Drop 77 with a green ball. We got Fat Caulk with the yellow ball. Thank you, Mac 10 for the green ball. Color of money. Thank you, Ramshackled for the blue
There's
ball.
so many of
Thank you, Daysu Chris. Red
It's
ball.
like
Thank
a
you,
double whammy
D-Pad.
because all
Red ball. Thank you,
the
Letty Appreciator
paper
for
that's
the
in
red
there.
ball. Thank you, Nash for the red ball.
Forget if I already said, but
Thank you
I'm doing
to
all right, Lorian
Trouble in
Video.
the Jungle. Yellow ball.
How you doing?
Ooh, in the jungle.
What's going on, Torture Room?
Then we got Prez X with the blue ball. Yeah. Thank you, Doctor for the green ball. Oh, right. I can't read all those numbers. 8995999 955999799 for the yellow ball. Woo! Thank you, Gutter Shot. I know you with the green ball. Thank you, NCRTH for the red ball.
Holy
Thank
shit.
you, Sugar for the yellow ball. And thank you, Agla for the green ball. And last ball, RJ's Knight coming in for the yellow ball.
Dan Patrick.
5 balls.
Holy shit.
Fuck Dan Patrick.
I don't know if any of those were my ball. Imagine Sam walks in, he just right down on Seth's head.
Can you sing Rip Pants from SpongeBob? It's my favorite tune, homie.
I was saying that a few days ago.
Sam chilling on the ThinkPad is so funny, yeah. He's like, fuck this.
You guys want to know how to make origami?
Nah, no. You?
Let me try.
I can only do a YouTube video for me.
I used to make different things all the time, but I don't remember how to do it anymore.
I'm the ball monster! Ah! And I come here to throw balls.
He has got-
Amorphous, thank you for the ball.
He has got
Oh my god, guys, I'm scared.
so many of those fucking things.
Hail Rider, thank you for the ball.
Oh, they gotta hear their names.
Luke Shaboom, thank you for the
I was gonna say that is one thing
Oh my
about
God,
Durant's that
Bestador.
does annoy me
You're
is
literally
like,
the bestador.
but then again, that's my autism.
Bring in pain. Guys, nothing less painful than a yellow ball. Thank you. Pilo.
How would you know?
Well, peel all my skin off. Blue ball. Ninja. One of my favorite streamers. Red ball.
Ben is like,
Ozymandias.
nah, I gotta
Thank you
rush
for
through
the
these.
Blue ball. 7R33S. Guess what color? Could it be green? Thank you for the ball. Mayday 25.
Damn.
Appreciate
Nice
you,
shot.
brother. Blue ball. I don't tell you what. You are the best. Yellow ball. Dust Buddy. We got a generous blue ball getting thrown in the cell. Infidel. Yellow ball.
He's gonna be there
Freezy
forever.
meats. Oh my God, freezy meats.
That's like a
crazy.
stack that's
Want
like
more
that
meat?
thick, dude.
Red meat. Could you help me? It's winning. Thank you for the yellow ball. Talent enjoyer. A generous green ball. Icicle. Thank you for the yellow ball. Oh my God, Victoria.
We want ball bros. What the fuck is this?
The Flair 3000.
What the fuck is this? Ball bros.
The red ball.
Willie A. Man. Oh my God, that's so generous.
Daniel, get your mangoes off the floor and take this challenge serious.
Genghis Swan.
Get our mangoes
Freaking
off.
awesome. Red ball much. Paradigm shift. You are literally a hero. Thank you for the green ball. Camino's dad. Thank you so much for the yellow ball. We got Chief Cowboy with a red ball.
Yeah.
That's so awesome. UFO. Thank you for the blue ball. I'm Dregnant.
I was trying to test the waters for something,
blue ball.
but it's just not gonna work out because there's too many other balls.
Ball going right in the cell. Stutter Cane, you are freaking amazing. Thank you for the red ball. Funk Butter with a green ball.
I still want to see
Flush
if something
Boy,
happens.
what's up? Thank you for the ball. We got Ugly Zilla. Ugly Zilla, you're the man. Thank you for the green ball. He's a Kid. Thank you for the red ball. GG Brody. What's up, GG Brody? GG's, that's what I say after I throw a blue ball in the cell. D-Spike 96, you are freaking epic. Blue ball. Rape, which is not funny to joke about, but thank you for the green ball. Goblin 2324. This is awesome. Guys, yellow
Dude, he's still
ball.
got
Zarathustra.
that stack is still
Zarathustra,
like
9420.
a half
Oh my
inch.
God, guess what color? Yellow!
Half-inch thick.
Jam Sammy, you are freaking so based. We got a red ball going in the cell. Ohio Turnpike, been there, done that. Blue ball. Herb, what up, Herb? Herb is the guy that's getting a red ball today. Lickish Dickish, that is a name deserving of a blue ball. JL, what up, JL? How about a yellow ball? Federal Asian, the man, big supporter of the show, asked me to throw a blue ball behind me. A Coomer. Guys, stop cooming. Red ball. Bert Cheez-It. Whoa, Bert
Thinks
Cheez-It.
dressed like an alien on
It's a red
Twitch.
ball. And Come God, what up,
Yeah,
Come
she
God?
has a bit of a thing for
Yellow
that, doesn't
ball.
she?
Script Tank. Yeah, Script Tank. Green ball. And Time Consumer. How about this? For a ball. It's a red ball. Thank you, guys.
I can't remember any origami.
Anyway, fucking yeah, I mean, she's got a thing for cosplay and stuff like that. This bit is amazing because production gets exhausted too. Yeah, that does get exhausted.
Get myself tits.
You know, I heard Jameson describe it, and he said you have to shuck and jive, and it's like, yep, yeah, you do, yeah, you do.
Oh, shit, man. You got them pointy titties.
I gotta take a piss real quick though, guys. I'll be right back. I'm gonna mute my microphone.
P-O-I-N-T-Y. Pointy.
Where is it? There.
I wouldn't fill my suit, but it's probably gonna not be good for challenges to do this.
Daniel, this is Doug Jen. If you're going to keep sulking and pouting, I'm going to keep taking your bed. JJ.
The same way Rachel made me look better, Daniel's now making me look better. When Daniel's gone too, will there be anyone left to make me look better?
That's an interesting thing to say.
Well, it's assuming that Daniel won't be eliminated until, assuming Daniel was eliminated before me. I could be totally wrong on that.
Yeah, you don't know what happens on here.
Daniel, why are you so sad?
I'm not sad, I'm just thinking, contemplating.
That makes sense.
What are you thinking about?
Why would I tell you?
Okay.
We're a family gang. We talk to each other.
Yeah, it's family house.
Oh, that stopped yesterday. Today's fish tank again.
It was a joke.
Lucky there's a family house.
A family house.
All the things that make us laugh and cry.
Lucky is a family guy.
Family guy. You know,
Mix something with the red ball. Yeah, you know who it is. Ben with the balls. And I got one from Psycho. Pink ball. Yeah, chai tea latte. You're getting a pink ball. Hashtag low with the red ball. Shout out to Daytona Dangler. That's a good name.
You know what?
Green with the orange ball. Hamster sadist. What? Big ball. And Roman 420. You get
I should have tried for a snack delivery is what I should have tried. In fact,
shout out to Scrambles with the pink ball, and Straight House with the red ball, and from Hardcore Autism with a pink ball. What color's next? Take your guess. I don't know. It's from WWW. It's a yellow ball.
what is?
Thank you to Shrimp Balls.
Oh, okay. All right,
Shout
okay,
out
yeah.
to Magoo with the red ball.
That's weird. It's not letting me do my thing.
Hey, Nut Arbuckle with the red ball. Thank you, Forced to Shit.
Yeah.
Great name with the green ball.
Fuck it. There's endless balls to call out and throw. Did you see earlier Jet working with each fish through their near and far term goals? No, I didn't see that. I didn't see that kind of thing.
And from Panicu with what color? Red ball. Woo! Thank you, Doug ZMP with the red ball. Shout out to Pepe Sylvia with the yellow ball. And we got MLK. Knew you would buy one. Green ball for you. Oh, another WWW ball. You get another red ball, bro. Thank you to Small Titty Emo GF. Green ball. Thank you to Spin It. I'll spin it. Oh, with a blue ball. Spin it. Blue ball. Thank you to Dude Wipes. What, the real Dude Wipes? With a red ball. Thank you, A News 14. With a orange ball. And Gangster Ball Sack. You got a red ball. Thank
You have
to
one
Morpheus
sell
with a
order
yellow ball.
open
Another WWW ball.
above market
One
price. Got to
ball.
cancel that and
Thank you to
sell one at or below for it to sell basically instantly. That's what I did though. That's what I did. And it wouldn't let's see here. See that? See now it's letting me fuck around. Now it's letting me fuck around. So
Poop in my house, pink ball. Thank you
yeah,
to
not too worried about it.
Sagittag with the yellow ball. Thank you to Stutter King, yellow ball. Thank you to Ants in My Eyes.
All right.
Thank you to Dr. Thunder with the yellow ball. All right. Thank you to Fishtank with the green ball. Thank you to Pooh Boy with the pink ball. Am I gonna do a little voice?
I already have a fucking.
Thank you, Patty Mayo.
I forget. Yeah, I have to go to inventory, right? I have way too much shit in my inventory.
Thank you to
Oh wait. Oh.
Ball and Slurm. Knew that was coming. Red ball. Illuminoodles.
Oh.
I've seen that name. Red ball.
Okay.
Ohio
I thought it would just automatically do that.
Poop on me, Bex. With a yellow ball.
That's all right though. You know what I'm gonna do?
With a orange ball. Thank you to MLK. With a pink ball.
I can refund it.
Deluxe edition for an orange ball.
What's going on,
And
C4? How you doing?
Especially Mr. Wambly.
Aria.
With the red ball.
All right.
Thank you to Cobalt. That's a cool name and a pink ball for you.
All right, there we go. Hopefully they have snacks to fucking give.
Or pink ball. MF Boogertron.
Ah,
You got
yes,
pink
fish
ball,
toy
too.
approved.
You two should get together and look at your pink balls. Slewfoot.
Holy
With
shit.
a red ball. Godwin Williams. You got a red ball. Thank you, Groiper American. With a red ball. Thank you.
Okay, sorry, I didn't see the original sale. Hope they give him something nice. Me too. Me too.
Blue ball. Thank you, Tail Rider. Yeah. With a pink ball. Yeah.
I want to see what I mean, they're just they're getting money right now, so they're not gonna want to do too much interrupting or anything like that. But I want to see what the next set of challenges are gonna be. You are a good Aria soldier. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Rad Dad, real nigga, thank you so much for the oval. Interesting. Thank you, Noswaldus. And to Tank Boy for the blue ball. And to Tripson.
Dude, I fucking...
Thank you to
like, I thought I was gonna have to fight this dude yesterday, right? The reason I say that is because I made a mistake. Somebody hit up the Facebook page for my gym, and I got a little bit confused about some of the stuff that he was trying to ask, and he basically wanted to know what time certain classes were, and I got a little confused because he was asking about a couple of different things, and I gave him the wrong time for a kid's Muay Thai class. So he brings his kid in for the Muay Thai class he brings his kid into the Muay Thai class as the Muay Thai class is ending. He doesn't try to talk to anybody. There's no like wait at the counter or anything like that. He just brings his kid right in and has his kid walk up to the mat as though he's gonna jump in. Is this a snack?
I really appreciate you guys out there. I really do, man. That's fucking
One of these should be his snack. I wanna see what happens.
Thank you, both can hold on for a snack.
Ah.
Get a snack.
Oh, thank you to EIE for the snack.
Oh no.
Ellie. Get a snack.
Thank you, both can hold on.
Wait, thank you. So somebody else sent him a snack.
I believe you to be royalty.
Anyway, yeah, like I was just gonna tell you guys a story about bad manners and how I thought I might seriously have to tell this guy to fuck off over it, you know? And like it's something I can't stand, and it's something you see from a lot of Brazilians a lot of the time. Like Brazilians, in my opinion, are very nice people in my experience, but when you get one who has this weird entitlement to them, it's like
to be drenched in your milk. Remember when you decorated me with icing and we told the gingerbread man it was just Santa getting you ready for the holidays? Please sing a musical number about the one special night we shared at the North Pole. I'll be waiting for you without my gumdrop buttons.
Holy shit, somebody sent him a thing.
I love it when I make you crumb.
Did you hear about Ethan Klein suing some streamers? Yes.
Fred definitely stole his bandmate's equipment. Love Mince Fat Ass. That is a really funny one, thank you.
Which is pretty much to be expected. But yeah, I just can't stand people who think fucking they're like the world is like their plaything and they just get to do whatever they want all the time, you know. But like I apologized to the guy. I was like, oh man, sorry, like you know, like I messed up. That's on me. I took responsibility for it. There's nothing we can do though.
We were not racist.
Dad Wrench, love and support from Adelaide. Got married yesterday. Unfortunately, no crack at the wedding. Love you.
We were not racist. We were realists. We believed in marriage. In law and order. In Rhodesia, we built schools, hospitals, infrastructure, and a functioning state from wilderness. And we did it with courage and without apology.
That was probably mine, but he was in the middle of reading that shit.
We resisted chaos, communism, and destruction.
Frogan getting sued, so net good. Yeah, pretty much.
Rhodesians never died. Love they all damn.
What was I gonna say?
That's what I don't get.
Fuck. What was I gonna say? Yeah, it was just annoying. Like
I'm not even sure what Rhodesia is. It's country.
Like some people. I'm trying to pay attention to this and tell the story, and it's not even really a good story to tell. It was just something that I found to be like annoying. I found it to be frustrating, you know. But yeah, it's just people who have unrealistic expectations. People who sit there and they have the gall to be like, well, what are we gonna do about this? That's literally what he did when I told him, hey, like my bad. He was like, well, what are we gonna do about this? It's like, what do you mean, what are we gonna do about this? You're gonna go the fuck home. I'll see you Monday. If I don't see you Monday, then great, because I already don't fucking like you. You know, it's like holy shit. Or like one of the rules we have. One of the rules we have for our what's it called? One of the rules we have for our gym is that you're not allowed to wear shoes when you come in. It's like a sanitary thing and stuff like that. And we have multiple signs all over that say, please remove your shoes. And like the other day, this like family, there's like 4 people and it's just the mom and like 3 kids comes in and fucking they're all wearing shoes and they walk in, don't even say hello to me as I'm like standing there waiting for them to like tell me what they want, you know? And they're like, we're here because my daughter's gonna be taking the kickboxing class. And I was like, are you fucking joking, dude? You know? And yeah, you're right, he did drop my shit, didn't he? Oh.
Thank you, E. Good as now.
Yeah, he did drop my shit, didn't he? That's pretty rude.
Thank you, the James.
I don't know though. That might be.
Thank you for the snack.
That might be mine. That might not be. Either way. Bro was looking for a fight. Yeah, like. I don't know if you're talking about Arya or not.
But it is challenge time.
Okay, I'm ready.
But yeah. There's a lot of people out there who are just mad disrespectful, and I'm tired of dealing with disrespectful people, you know? This is why we used to be able to fight people, you know? Like
the time has not started. When I say stop,
what's she doing?
You have to stop moving. We all understand?
Yep.
Why is she like that? What the hell is this? What is it?
I
What?
have no shoes on. What, could you hold this for me?
No.
Can you hold this for me? Oh, they have to remove everybody's shoes? That's a pretty good challenge. That is a pretty good challenge.
I can't untie. I can't pull.
Holy shit. What are you doing? Yo, if the wrench started doing that to me, I'm not gonna lie, I might seriously fucking like do something about that. Like,
Mr. Goldstar, please talk to the whole local
Thank you, too. No, you motherfucker! Thank you, Daniel,
he didn't even read that one either. He's like, thank you too. Alright. Dan Schneider challenge. Oh, hell yeah. Sam just doesn't give a fuck. Yeah. Quietly creating a list of names for the supplements he's creating. That's probably what he's doing. Fucking Arya. That was not a bad idea. I'll say that. That was not a bad idea.
Squish them under your toes, I believe in you, hamster queen.
Whatever. I'll use. Hold on. What? I already had an add a ball.
Don't do that.
Add virtual ball. Oh, what the hell is virtual ball?
when I look up...
Instantly digitize a ball and inject its code into the virtual cell. Alright, I guess. Yeah, fuck it. I guess I'll use that. He said he was doing that all day, so he's probably continuing or posting on 4chan. Could be either. Could be either. But yeah, what I was saying earlier is like this is why fighting people is such an important piece of society. You have to have a societally accepted method of the physical enforcement of morality and manners. If you take that away, you live in a world where somebody can walk into a business and try and like, so what are we gonna do about this? Like literally, that's the way you talk to me, as if I just insulted him or something like that. As if I didn't just say, oh, I'm sorry about that, man, you know? People who have, is that a fucking cigarette? Sam's smoking fucking darts.
And I sniffed his. Did the camera catch it?
What does it smell like, Aria?
Honestly,
Describe it.
I didn't smell anything.
I have my shoes back.
Anyway.
Oh, you guys got gym shoes?
Yeah.
Yeah, like you have to be able to put weak losers into their place, and that's weak loser behavior. Is like, oh, there was an accident, and I drove 10 minutes to figure out that there was an accident. Whoops. Anyway, let's go home. Like that's the appropriate answer, not like start to get loud and shit like that. But that's something you see with a lot of like Brazilians, especially, is like they're chill until they're not, then they're like ridiculously angry in a way that is not even respectable. Like Irish anger is almost respectable, where it's like, okay, this dude really wants to fight, doesn't he? Brazilian anger a lot of the time is like it's just not the same. It's like, oh, so you're gonna yell and scream, you know?
I wasn't trying to sound entitled.
Hey guys downstairs, I forgot the colored pencils. Red alert.
Thank you.
I forgot the colored pencils.
But sorry to whoever requested Skid Row. I realize now it sounded rude. I didn't mean it that way. I really appreciate you asking me to sing a song. And I'm sorry for implying that you're somehow a bad fan. There is such a thing as a bad fan.
Aria protecting those shoes like the Iron Dome. Aren't a lot of them from cities? City people are fucking nuts. I don't know. You know.
I really appreciate.
Well, I wish my wife was in here right now because I'd ask her. In fact, you know what? Let's see here.
And guys, when we judge this,
For real, all you gotta say is no worries, man. Honest mistake. You get a lot more respect for it too. You really do.
Okay, we cannot show this on YouTube. Your next challenge is to draw Rule 34 of another contestant.
To draw what of another contestant? Dude, fucking Aria grabbing people's shoes and shit like that, then immediately like, hey, did you get my text? Is that why you're here, or are you? Oh, so like, yesterday, right? There was this guy I've been talking to a little bit about gym stuff. He wanted his kid to do the Muay Thai class. I messed up. I gave him the wrong time. Instead of 10:15, I told him to show up at 11. He did. Whoops, my bad. Right? When that happens, this is a Brazilian, by the way. This is why I was like, hey, come in here, because I want your expert opinion. When he fucking goes in, like, for one thing, he doesn't even stop to be like, oh, maybe we should stand at the counter for a minute. He just walks in, has his kid run up to the mat, like, has his kid like waiting to go on the mat, hasn't talked to anybody, hasn't done anything, and I'm like, what the fuck is this guy doing? I walk over, and it's a little bit weird to me because he showed up an hour late anyway, but like, whatever, you know, I could talk to him a little bit. Turns out that was the guy that I had told 11 a.m. to. Whoops. His response to that was like to start getting angry, and he was like, so what are we gonna do about this then? As if there's anything to be done about it. It's like, oh, kids, don't go anywhere. Coach Scott messed up. We're gonna have to run the class another hour because we gotta give this guy, you know, he hasn't even signed a waiver or anything like that. But you know, we gotta run the class for another hour, get him on the mat. Like I've noticed Brazilians have that kind of anger where like they're really chill. I'm not saying all Brazilians would react that way, but like it's like a weird anger where it's like. There's no reason for you to get angry like that, but you do. It's like an impatient, like Karen-esque anger. Have you noticed that from Brazilians at all? Where it's like over literally nothing, just like, excuse me, sir, I need you to wait in line. You gonna tell me to wait in line? Like that type of shit. Have you noticed that? Because I have.
No, I didn't. Maybe it's just natural for me.
Maybe it's like a fish that can't tell water.
Yeah,
you know?
maybe I'm just using. But yeah, could be.
I don't think it's just a Brazilian thing. I think it's a Latino thing in general. But like, as there's mostly Brazilians around here, but like I've noticed that a lot, you know. And then there's no like, hey, I got upset, my bad. It's like there's always some kind of like justification, like, well, you would disrespect me, no respeito. It's like Shut your mouth. Fucking, what are you doing?
No, I agree. I think it's a Latino thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Yeah, and it's like different from other people. Like Irish anger is different from that, where it's like Irish anger means I'm gonna fight you. I feel like Brazilian anger is like I'm gonna get loud and my eyes are gonna get wide and I'm gonna be like you like it's like that, you know, and it's like almost laughable, where it's like you're being a child and you think you're threatening, you know.
Yeah.
And it's just like such a weird thing, and like it was annoying because that bothered me yesterday, but then also like the flip side is like not the flip side, but there was also another thing that happened where like you know, this woman, her daughter's taking the class now, she's a good kid, but like this woman brings her daughter in to do Muay Thai, and like her daughter, her other daughter, and then her son all walk in with shoes on, even though there's like 5 fucking signs posted that say no shoes in the place, you know, and they just kind of waltz in like they own the place, and I have to be like, you can't wear shoes in here, and then they all had to go back out and come back in. They don't even say hello to me, you know, and it's just like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, why are you like that? Now that's a very Brazilian thing that I will say, is like just being like, nah, it's all good, and like the rules get broken, and then like the guy who's like, what the fuck are you doing, is like the asshole apparently. That's definitely a very Brazilian thing. I've noticed that in a lot of people. You know, but I was curious if you've noticed that same kind of anger as someone who honestly doesn't really do that. You don't like you know, like we all get angry irrationally sometimes, except for me because I'm perfect. But like you don't have that same kind of anger from what I've noticed. So I wasn't sure if you've seen it in other people.
Yeah, no, yeah. It's just, I'm just using, but yeah, you're right. Definitely.
As always.
Oh my God.
I love you.
Love you.
Let me know what you want for dinner.
You know.
Okay.
Look down on people who are into that stuff section.
Being nice often gets you free shit when those kinds of mishaps happen. It really does. It does. Yes. Like I had a class. I had my kickboxing class, but it's kind of in a free fall right now for a couple of different reasons, and nobody showed up yesterday. If that guy was not a fucking asshole, I might have offered to work with his son for free because I was supposed to be there anyway.
I hate you.
So it's like whatever, you know.
You have permission?
You have permission, but why? Yeah, do it.
Chat told me to.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pencils down.
Oh shit.
You guys bring me your art, please.
Alright, so the funniest piece of spin-off Hooper I ever saw. It was a kaiju-sized Sandy. Who's also Futa. Futanari, kaiju-sized Sandy. It's a Sandy with a penis. Kaiju-sized. And she was sucking buildings into her penis like a vacuum cleaner.
That's not horrible.
It was hilarious.
So, who did autisxxx.com?
Me! It makes me happy that there are perverts out there making such weird shit, but for me, because it amuses me. But also, I do sincerely worry about them, because like, that kind of stuff damages you psychologically.
Sometimes. Okay, we're gonna get into judging. And who did the blue, all blue color pencil one?
Me.
Huh?
Me.
It's like dark blue or? I did blue.
Oh.
That one's.
Oh, that's
me.
me.
Yeah.
I also did blue as well.
Alright, director, cut away.
Wait a minute. There's a live stream on YouTube this season?
Yep.
Oh, I thought you only did live stream on the website.
What's going on here? Somebody must have fucked something up with the director cam. I'll give it another like 10 seconds just in case there is something that's about to happen in here. Alright.
So I was trying to.
Somebody must have hit a button by mistake. Had a white lady scream at me for not having her favorite ice cream in stock when I work at Walmart. People crash out sometimes. Can't take it personally though. Well, yeah, but those are different things. And even then, like, there's a difference between taking something personally and recognizing when somebody is in the wrong about something. Holy shit. AutisXXX.com. What were they drawing? Porn?
I had you sucking his dick.
Ari, what the fuck? What?
That's funny.
Dredge.
Oh shit.
What the fuck is going on here?
Oh, this is you. You like a massive dog?
We have Ellie.
Thank you.
What did everybody have to draw Aria?
Why am I so popular for 30
Oh!
Drew Aria.
Ellie, you are a
Holy
terrific
shit.
artist.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Smell my feet.
Anyway.
It says.
Like Graboony attack, I don't take it personally. I just think it's annoying and stupid. That's all it is. And I'm not accusing you of like, you're gaslighting me right now, Graboony. You're gaslighting me. You need to stop that. You need to stop gaslighting me. No, but like, I'm not accusing you of like gaslighting me or anything like that, but I think that's part of the reason why the world fucking sucks is that we don't have the ability to tell people to fuck off like that, you know? And I think that there's a difference between taking something personally and just not wanting to tolerate poor treatment from people. I think those are two different things. It's like and like a good example of somebody who, and again, I don't think they're doing this on purpose, but like they are setting me and other people up for dog shit situations is when you have that attitude towards something that's completely and totally unacceptable. Here's an example that's kind of recent where there's a lot of dads in my jiu-jitsu class, meaning the dads of the kids in one of my jiu-jitsu classes who they've never done jiu-jitsu in their lives. They're never going to do it. They're perfectly content with trying to turn their sons into the next Conor McGregor or whoever, right? The next Alex Pereira, the next whoever, right? They live vicariously through their child. Holy fucking shit. What are you doing, lady? Anyway, they live vicariously through their child, and because of that, when their child is like rolling, they try to coach their child. And I don't mean like, oh hey, they gotta act like fucking they gotta act like cats. They're trying to act like cats and shit like that. Holy fuck. Anyway, what was I gonna say? Yeah, but like a lot of these parents will sit there and they'll try and coach their son from the sidelines. And I don't mean, Sam's like, get the fuck off of me. Anyway, I don't mean like, hey, come on, go, try harder. I don't even mean that. That is acceptable, though it is kind of annoying to me. I don't want to hear the peanut gallery, yelling and stuff like that. That's annoying to me, but it's acceptable if that's what's coming out of their mouths, but it's not. It's always throw your leg over. No, do it this way. No, now you go, right? It's very inappropriate. These guys not only do not know Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, but in addition to that, it's not their time to be trying to like be a coach and shit like that. They shouldn't be talking to their kids. If they need to talk to their kids, they should ask me to grab their kid for them and I'll be like, yo, your dad wants to talk to you. Or if they happen to be close enough, then it's like, yeah, call your kid over. It's fine. But it also shouldn't be, hey, Junior, come over here. Look, you got to throw the leg over. It's not that. It should be like, hey, I have some information for you that I'm qualified to give you. Not, I'm trying to tell you about the move that I couldn't do if I put on a gi and tried to do it right now, So that's been going on for a long time, and it's because my coach, the guy who was above me, he does not tell people to knock it off. It didn't used to happen. It started happening eventually, though, because he stopped getting on people about it. Now, me, I got to a point. Who's this one from? For Aria.
Sullivan MMA for the Crackers.
Can't even hear in the first place. Anyway, it was like, so that's annoying, and it got. Somebody just said Scott. Oh, Oddbod's in there. What happened? Oh, did they call my name? Did they call my name? Was that mine? Did I miss my own thing? Huh? I'm just curious. Anyway, so like I made an announcement is what happened. I made an announcement. Did that thing actually post? Oh, fucking my green text is gone. It's this is a what's it called? That's a glitch. Hold on one sec. I gotta get out of the global. There it is. There it is. Anyway, so I made an announcement, right? What I did was I told the parents, hey, like, we do have an adult class right after this class. If you've never done jiu-jitsu before, I would highly recommend it. I look forward to being able, I guess it did. I look forward to being able to coach my own kids. Oh, cool. Anyway, I look forward to being able to coach my own kids in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Oh, everybody stopped. I thought it froze. Anyway, I look forward to being able to coach my own kids in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, including going to their matches and being the one who sits in the coach's chair telling them what to do. I can't wait for that. I literally cannot wait for that. It's something I'm looking forward to so much. I'm going to teach them as much Irish as I can, as much Irish as I know, so that hopefully, if we're both conversational by that point, there's a potential that I might even be able to coach them in Irish. I might even be able to use Irish language to communicate with them when they're on the mat. That's one of those, like, when I'm a dad kind of fantasies that probably won't play out exactly that way, but you never know. You never know. So basically what I said was, look, like, I look forward to being able to coach my kids one day. But the only reason I'm going to be able to coach my kids is because I do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. So if you want to be able to coach your kids, which is something we can definitely talk about when you get to a point where you're proficient enough as to where we feel you know what you're doing, know what you're talking about, then please, like talk to us and we'll get you on the mat and, like, it's going to be great. It's going to be all good. That was not inappropriate in any way, shape, or form, not even a little bit. And I talked to my coach about it, and he didn't necessarily call it inappropriate, but he made it a point to tell me that I can't take it personally and I can't let it get to me. And it's like, I'm not letting it get to me. I'm not, like, angry about it. I can talk about it. You know, it is what it is. It's just annoying. And sitting there saying, don't let it get to you, don't let it get to you, that doesn't correct the behavior. That doesn't fix the issue. That just makes it so that you are incapable of, you are unable to, you are unable to rectify a situation where things are going bad, you know? And that's, again, like, you know, Grabooni says, I get you, wish I could have told her to fuck off, but I might have gotten fired for it. Yeah, that is a thing that sucks, you know. I'm having a hard time explaining the stuff that I'm trying to explain because I'm, like, watching this, and then also it's not like I expected to talk about a lot of this stuff today, you know. So it is what it is. But anyway.
Fuck it up!
Nice.
Damn, I'm glad I missed that.
To say FUC KKK.
What?
So good.
Okay.
Scott the Candyman's cousin needs to pay a visit to the fish tank. Scott, the tank was promised 3,000 years ago. I mean, hey, all they got to do is hit me up. If they want me there, they'll hit me up. You know. I'm gonna be on 4.5. I'm gonna be on Blood Games too. You know, so that's really cool.
Yeah, we're gonna win.
we have a lot of really good stuff planned for that. If I end up in the house on for season 4, that's even better. I especially would want to be in the house for season 4, even if it was just like a one-off, even if it was like a one-time thing, because I wanna see certain things that might happen. I want to see what will happen when I walk into the house. There's some interesting things. There's an interesting thing, and I want to see what'll happen. I want to see what'll happen. But what's going on, Blunts and Capri Suns? Hope you're doing well, man. Hope you're doing well. Oh, Sam said something about me too. He said like, "What's up?" or something. Oh yeah. That's good. Do they have cheerleaders in Australia? Dude, does rugby have cheerleaders? Anyway, what was I gonna say though? Fucking yeah. I mean, I'm doing a bad job of explaining these things. Oh boy. Cherry Blossom says Scott Tank. Yes, sir. Did they announce Blood Games cast? No, the Blood Games cast is not announced yet. I know, like, I'm not giving spoilers. I'm not giving spoilers,
And call it out on the hall call when we got an answer. But that one's, I want the audience to judge that one.
How do you tell?
Oh, it'll be on the YouTube. Oh yeah, it will. It would be on the YouTube stream, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it? You know what? Fuck it.
Oh.
Yeah, they're gonna tell me.
I am gonna switch to the YouTube stream because I want to see how Arya reacted. I want to see how Arya reacted when I gave him that thing. What was that, like 5 minutes ago?
Chicken brings a hint of pure honey.
Yeah, I'm bleeding.
Really?
A little bit.
Is it bad?
No, that's from a burn. Actually.
You got a burn?
What?
You got a burn?
Yeah.
Really?
I got burns and bruises and fucking fucked shit up. And I got gashes on my head. I got concussed.
Yeah, you've had it hot in here, Freddie.
Arya, please. Sing Defying Gravity and really put some spunk on it. Please, ASAP.
I don't know
It's
how well I
important
know
we don't
Defying
have
Gravity,
long.
but I'll try.
Do we have an audience poll going? Audience poll.
What the fuck is going on here? Narrative poll.
Something has changed within me.
Yeah, fuck it.
Something is not the same. I'm through with playing by the rules of someone else's game. Too late for second guessing. Too late to go back to sleep. It's time to trust my instincts. Close my eyes and leave. It's time to try defying.
Alright, just.
Arya doesn't have the worst voice you've ever heard, is the funny thing. I feel like if he worked with somebody, he could probably be like an actual stage actor in a musical.
Gravity. I think I'll try defying gravity, and you can't hold me down.
Did you see Luke's fight against Freddy? Luke is improved compared to last season. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah. Simon Cowell would love this. Yes, indeed. Yes, he would. Indeed, he would. Yeah, about 5 minutes ago, Mintz came in. Yeah.
I swear, unless it's stolen again.
It was 1:28 on the clock. Oh, interesting. That is a good way to tell. Of course, the YouTube stream had the fucking first whatever it's called. It has bedroom 1 on it.
Beware the ghost of Floyd. Okay, I'm gonna be trapped. That light's right there. You're chopper. Go there. Yay. Those got 2 tracks. I have 4.
Our next.
Freddie, let that white boy thing sit your ass down and let him talk his shit goofy ass.
I'm through accepting limits, cause someone says. Okay.
Fred, don't you ever tell her you had to be quiet again? What do Freddie and Tommy Lee have in common?
What's with Seth? What's with Seth's shit?
The most hyper. Go.
Dinner? Oh, you're done cooking it? No, hold on. I gotta mute my mic real quick, guys. Put my shit down 1 sec. You know, I'm sure you guys are thoroughly entertained by this right now. Anyway.
You're an angel. His name was Moral 9. I am Moral 9, the all-American angel. My people lived here long, long ago. This is the history of my race. We took the roads towards within. We were Jews and met with Christ, but we were all American. Nobody wants to see this place except for you. Not only for you, see. You don't waste them. Don't. Just copy them out to normal paper.
Everybody stop.
Stop.
All right.
Daniel, walk the fuck in. Walk in. Walk in. Walk in. Walk in. Walk in. Walk in.
Everyone.
Walk in. Walk in. Walk in.
Everyone grab.
I feel like DeWrench has a good chance of winning this season. Not sure yet. I do think DeWrench has a chance of winning the season. I don't think it's guaranteed, but I do think she has a good chance of winning the season. Arya is the best ambassador for the Fishtank brand. He'll probably win. Yeah, like that's the thing is I really think it's gonna be Arya. I really think it's gonna be Arya. But with that said, with that said, it's true. She'll go buy crack. She'll buy $30,000 worth of crack, or however much the thing is at this point. Anyway, fuck, what was I gonna say? She basically said she's gonna go back to stripping. Well, yeah, you know, $30,000 handed right to you is good, but that's not life-changing money, you know. I mean, it's life-changing money insofar as you could start your own business, but it's not fuck you money. It's the, you know, Arya is like every challenge Arya gets a fucking fish buck. He just keeps on doing it. He just keeps on fucking winning. Anyway, yo, what's going on, Eggy? How you doing, man? Egg White in the chat. Egg White in the YouTube chat. Ladies and gentlemen, say hello to him. All right. Say hello to the OG.
Please don't break them. I think we need them for another challenge.
The OGE double G.
Alright, you guys are up.
$30,000 in crack goes fast. 2 to 3 months. Yes, indeed it does. And that's the thing too, is like if she wins that money, there's a chance that she'll be like, let's do some crack to celebrate, and then she won't stop. You know, it's really easy to be like, no, it's cool. I won. It's dude, I just won $30,000. I'm gonna do some crack. Then the next day, it's dude, I just won $30,000 yesterday. I'm gonna do some crack. The next day, I just won $30,000 2 days ago. Eventually, as time goes on, it's been a month, and you're like, dude, like a month ago, I swear, like a month ago, I won $30,000, and now you're down. You're down to like, you're also down like you're depleted. Yeah, you're depleted. Fuck him. As a wise man once said, this crack is very Moorish. Indeed. Did I tell you about the guy I taught who spent $1.5 million on hookers and blow? Probably. Yeah, I mean that shit will add up. That shit'll add up. You know. Just this one time. Month-long crack session until the money runs out. Exactly. Fuck. What was I gonna say? But yeah, like I could see DeWrench winning. I don't see Freddie winning. Freddie's gonna get bumped off. Daniel's gonna get bumped off. I could see the top three being these three right here: Ellie, DeWrench, and Arya. And I could see these two trying their best to team up to take out Arya, but I could see it failing as well. Is the thing. The thing you got to realize about Arya is that through the power of autism, he will never fail down. He will only fail up. So he's either going to succeed or he's going to succeed. It's one of the two. Succeed or succeed. They need to make a THCA version of crack. I buy $20 ounces with video game characters on the bag, and I can barely taste the chemicals. I would buy diet crack, to be honest. I need the energy and weight loss, and my tooth enamel can handle it. That would, like, like, if you could smoke crack without the side effects, I could see why, like, if you could smoke crack without the side effects, I could see why somebody would mess around with it, I guess, you know? Like, apparently it's supposed to be like a better high than weed and stuff like that, you know? But I wouldn't know personally. I've never messed around with crack myself. Daniel sleeps well at night knowing Angeli went, back home to her abusive boyfriend, Dan W. Daniel got to start trying, want to see him do well. That's the thing is, I don't think Sam's about to have another TJ moment with any of these people. I think Sam is kind of done with the whole TJ moments. What's up, baby? Sorry, I gotta pick what I'm having for dinner here.
The real way to win is to make them leave the room. This seems like a good time for a 10-hour recap of SpongeBob.
I'll stay. You can talk the whole time. I love it.
I wasn't the SpongeBob award.
That is a good argument. Good point.
Daniel, your stuff is crashing. Keep looking at Gold Striker and start packing your bags for Tard Factor.
Alright, I felt like self-sabotaging earlier this afternoon, so he has that going against him. He flat out said it, lol. Yeah, I mean, he's got to be very careful about that, that's for sure. You know, he's definitely got to be careful with that. You know, but the fact that he's kind of aware of it is a good sign. I'm not saying, like, he's aware of it, so it's fine. No, like, you can definitely fuck that shit up real quick. But I think the fact that he's aware of that tendency will make it a little bit easier for him to not do it when it comes down to it. I would hope, anyway. I would at least hope.
Yeah, I thought it would just be.
I don't know what I want.
My mistake.
No. I'm cool with it. I just don't know what I want. Holy fuck, man! I sent a ball in there too. Yeah, fuck it. I'll go with this. But then again, yeah, fuck it. I'll go with it. Okay. Thank you, dude. Aria, SpongeBob King, dude. You guys have no idea. Aria at some point might launch into the entirety of a musical during the cell. He said he might a day ago, or even today maybe. Shit feels like it's been on for weeks. I think he wants to tell the audience some damning information, but is hesitant. I hope he does so he can grow through it. Damning information about himself? Holy shit, dude. These guys, it's fucking forever, dude. This is gonna take forever. It's not even worth it to have because they're both talking over each other. He fucking nailed him. What was I gonna say? Yeah, I mean, maybe, I don't know, you know. The thing about Arya is that he overthinks things to the point where it's just, like, ridiculous and pointless, you know. There's like, no point to what he is thinking about or doing. You know, like that kind of person who, I wouldn't even know how to describe it, you know. Dude, I'm so glad they got rid of the fat lady. I already forgot her name. She did nothing on the show. Yes, this was the room that she was chilling in constantly. And I could only imagine how bad this room would smell right now if she was still in there. You know? Fucking A. But yeah, that would be a good way to fuck with people if he launched into the entirety of a musical. And like a weird esoteric musical too, not like Hamilton or anything. Although Hamilton might be worse. Hamilton might be worse. I fucking loved Rachel, dude. I could not stand Rachel. I talked all about how she was in bedroom 3. I thought she was Yeah, you're right. She was in bedroom 3. Bedroom 2 is the shit cup room. B2 is the shit cup room. Man. Dude, like I can only imagine how many things of paper they're going through or have gone through right now. With my crew, we just arrived in the summer. With my crew, we just arrived in the summer. With my crew, we just arrived. Yo, what's going on, Cavalog? How you doing, man? Did you see Absorb Toast's sped up edit of her? She looks like some massive worm rotating around the bottom half of her body. Fishtank's shy hood. Nah, I haven't seen that. Fuck. I'm hoping I don't have a migraine. That'd be really annoying. The printer must be exhausted, dude. One of the issues they had with Blood Games is one of the issues they had with Blood Games is that the printer kept breaking. Like they literally had to buy new printers because it was easier and quicker and than like trying to figure out what was going on with the printer, you know? I can remember that. Balls time means checking in on the Scott stream, says Quirt. What's going on, Quirt? How you doing, man? Hope you're doing well. Just enjoying the Ball Brothers mini concert like us all? Exactly, of course. We thought Rachel was going to be the female airsoft baddie. She was just Morrow. Yeah, oh yeah, you know. She only watched season 3. And then, in addition to that, she is an adult child. Like I said in the beginning of this stream, she's just one of those adult children, you know? She would be a Disney adult. It wouldn't surprise me if she is a Disney adult. I made a clip vid of Rachel, and the overall reaction seems to be disdain, which I echo myself, but I'll admit I miss her now. Rachel fell asleep off Zans while eating cookies. That was the best thing I seen her do on the show besides fall on her head like 3 times. Yeah, she kept knocking her head. And that's another thing. She was bashing her head on the wall at one point. That was really stupid. They were handwriting them the other night. They got the printer. They get the printer sorted. I didn't know they were handwriting them. That was news to me. Dude, that is an entire stack. Like they took a whole pack of paper, threw it in the printer, and it just immediately started. It just immediately started doing that. Holy fuck, man. That is crazy. John Jones retired like a bitch. Yes, indeed. Indeed, he did. That was absolutely... I mean, it was to be expected, you know. The thing you have to understand about someone like John Jones is that he's a very good representation of what the toxic champion archetype looks like, and particularly like the toxic champion archetype when it hasn't really been curtailed by anything, you know. And the thing about the toxic champion archetype is that it is obsessed with winning to the point where doing so fairly or even in a way that saves your like looking good doing it, looking like an all right guy doing it, or doing it in a way that is considered to be like fair and upstanding. It does not matter, you know. And that's why he got popped so many times for different steroids and shit like that. That's why there's so many fucking things that happened, you know, in his career. That's why he was known for being an eye poker, an eye gouger, and he also was doing other things that a lot of people at the time were not fans of. Like that stomp kick to the oblique. Truth be told, I never had a problem with that, but a lot of people did. And I do think one of the telling things about it is that it was a lot of people who fought him and lost that had a bit of a problem with that, you know? And I think the reason why they had a problem with it is because it was easy for him to do to them, but it was really hard for them to do to him because he was always so much taller than the people he would fight. For someone like John Jones, what is more important than even winning is just the illusion of win, or not even the illusion of winning. It's I'm having a hard time explaining this. I know what I'm trying to say. I'm having a hard time explaining it though. Basically, John Jones is a good example of the toxic champion archetype, where winning is the most important thing, no matter what. And when it comes down to it, he is not concerned with how people think about him. Now, when somebody says, I don't care what people think about me, usually it's an admirable thing. But that's usually because when somebody says that kind of thing, what they're implying is, I'm not going to do anything bad to anybody. I'm not a threat. I'm not, like, poorly behaved or anything like that. But with someone like John Jones, he doesn't care what anybody thinks of him. He doesn't care how he's perceived. And he does have bad intentions. And again, that's where the eye poking comes from. That's where the steroids come from. That's where so many of these other things come from. You know, like overall, I talked about good boy syndrome. The toxic champion archetype is kind of like an opposite. It's kind of like a foil to good boy syndrome. And additionally, I want to teach my child to think like a toxic champion when I do have children, but I want to see if I can curtail some of the negative aspects of it, you know? Just teach my son to be a competitor. Teach my daughter to be a competitor and to not, like, you know, to take whatever competitive edge he or she can within reason, I guess, you know, if it makes sense what I'm trying to say, you know. Oh, Angie, lol, she's horrid. Angie, oh boy. Salt on a wound, brother, salt on a wound, said Cavalog. Oh, I don't even want to hear her name, Zach. I'm convinced the Stoex is rigged. Everyone I invested in immediately lost all their value, and I lost the most on her. Ah, yes. 33. That's the lowest I've seen a Stoex. But yeah, fuck John Jones, you know. And the best thing you can do with someone like John Jones is to not even respond or pay attention, because at this point, that's what John Jones is doing. He feels that he's winning, and the more you talk about him, the more he's like, yeah, people are obsessed with me. That means I'm the GOAT. I'm the greatest ever. The best thing you could do is let John Jones fade into obscurity. He is absolutely positively 100% going to do things when he retires, in retirement, I mean, that are going to be very, very bad for him, very, very bad for his public image and stuff like that. Just forget about him and wait until he gets arrested the next time. And then be like, wow, that guy was always a scumbag. Anyway, back to never thinking about him. Back to not thinking about him again. That's the best way that you can be. That's the best thing you can do, you know, is be that way about it, if that makes sense, you know? Let's get Mike Tyson as a freeloader this season and have him bite Daniel's ear off. Hell yeah, Blunts and Capri Sun. I like that idea. Just licking my wounds, Scott, says Cavalog, of course. John Jones is the closet zesty toxic champion archetype. Yeah. He does kind of have that, like, that aura to him. You know, he's a little zesty. He's a little zesty, you know. Yeah. But John, like, bad things are coming for John Jones. He's gonna find out real quick just how quickly and easily people forget about fighters that are not fighting, and that aren't going to be coming back or anything like that. Holy shit. Anyway, fucking, they're gonna figure out just how quickly people forget about fighters who are not fighting and that they're not going to be coming back or anything like that. And then in addition to that, he is going to have those tendencies that he's known for. He's going to have more of a reason to indulge in them because he isn't going to be training all the time, and because of that, he's going to fuck himself over. If it makes sense what I'm trying to say. I know it makes sense, but I'm not satisfied. I'm not satisfied by the way that I'm explaining it. Ever seen that fool Charlie Zelenoff? Look him up if not. Yeah, I did a video on Charlie Zelenoff. I interviewed him, or I wouldn't say it was an interview necessarily. I did a live with him. I went live on Instagram with him, and I spoke to him a little bit, and I literally tried to talk him down from his delusion, which I knew was going to be a losing fight, but I figured maybe I could plant a seed in his head where he's like, nah, I don't need to assault people anymore. That's what I was trying my best to do. Um, and yeah, but I did a video on Charlie Zelenoff. It's on my Patreon for sure. It might be available on my channel. I've talked to a lot of people on this channel, like a lot of like I did an interview with Mayhem Miller. That was crazy seeing Sam and Mayhem in the same room for that interview, because I interviewed Jason Miller about a year ago at this point, and I still have Jason's number. And for a few months after the interview, he would answer me if I hit him up. He doesn't answer me now. It's been too long. But I was trying to get him for Fishtank. I wanted him to come out for Fishtank, and then also I was going to try my best to. I was also going to try my best to what was I going to do? I was also going to try my best to have a seminar. Excuse me. I was going to set up a seminar for him, and then I'm sure that he would be on Sam's podcast as well. I'm sure they'd be willing to do that for him as well. And it just didn't work out. So to see them on that podcast together was like, oh shit, that's crazy. They came together anyway. Cool. Not that they needed me to bring them together or anything like that, but it was like, when that ship sailed last summer, when I asked them like, yo, do you want like Jason Miller for season 3? And they were like, nah, we're all set. That was like, oh, like, damn, that sucks. Well, oh well, what you gonna do? Guess it's not happening thing. So to see them on that podcast together, though it didn't go great, but that's the thing is like the one sec. Jeez. Excuse me. The thing you gotta understand about MMA fighters is that they're too busy to give a fuck about politics, but they're also too headstrong to not have an opinion and share it. So MMA fighters, they spend their time training in MMA. It's a very time-consuming activity, and even when you're not training, you're usually thinking about it. So you're not paying attention to what's on the news or anything like that. So because of that, your political opinions are going to be maybe just like a few degrees spicier than what you would find on Fox News or CNN or MSNBC or anything like that. They're going to be like 2 or 3 degrees spicier than that. Which that is what it is. But they're also, because again, they're very headstrong. We're very headstrong people, if you haven't noticed. We're very quick to tell somebody to fuck off. Even if we're in the wrong, we'll do it. Not that I'm ever wrong, of course. I'm always right no matter what. No, but because of that, they're always going to be very quick to share those lukewarm opinions, and they're not going to be afraid to be a little bit confrontational about it. They're not going to be afraid to be confrontational about that sort of thing. And because of this, that set up the situation with Sam and Mayhem. I don't know what Mayhem was doing on that podcast. From what I've heard from some people, Sam actually brought him on the podcast. I could be wrong. But regardless of that, that's what happened there. I don't think either of them are bad dudes. I just think that Jason Miller is a certain way. And he also is, again, very headstrong in a way that is going to lend to him being more confrontational when he talks about something that he disagrees with, you know? And because of that, it led to what that podcast was. I have not watched that podcast in its entirety. Maybe I should. I should probably watch it in its entirety. But it is it's interesting to see. It's interesting to see, you know. I love Ball Brothers. I have a ticket to their Las Vegas show, but didn't go just to support. Also have the flyer downloaded in max res. I like collecting fish tank shit. Yeah, I like collecting shit in general. I have a box. I have a box. I'm not gonna pick it up or anything, but I have a box just full of shit from over the years that like I've collected, just memories and stuff like that. And I need a bigger box because that's how much shit I have in there. I need a bigger box for all the memories, you know. Anyway, on the podcast, they made it sound like Sam brought him, whatever that means. I mean, Sam probably met Jason somehow, some way, and he was probably like, oh shit, like, it's really cool. I like this guy. Because Sam told me, like, oh yeah, I love Jason Miller. He's not acting weird, though, now, right? Like, when I asked him, originally, it was during Bitch Tank, and he said, yeah, I love Jason Miller. He's not acting weird anymore, though, right? Which is a very reasonable thing to ask when Jason Miller comes up. Is a very reasonable thing to ask, if we're being honest here. I think Jason would also agree with that on a certain level. You know, so I think probably what happened is they met and they were like, oh damn, Sam was like, damn, that's really cool. I really like this guy. I've always liked his shit. Why don't I invite him on this podcast and we can talk about shit or whatever? I don't know, you know. We'll see though. We'll see. Or maybe we won't. I don't know why I said we'll see. I prefer Scott commentary over Fish Tank. It's like watching a TikTok video with Subway Surfers on the bottom of the screen. W says Blunts and Capri Suns. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Is that Scott W? Scott W for what? Did they announce my ball? Did they announce my ball or something like that? I don't know. I don't know for sure though. I don't know. Maybe they did. Maybe they didn't. I don't know. Either way. I hope questions like that never arise if Gary Busey ever does come on scene, dude. Fucking man, oh man, Gary Busey. It'd be great to have Gary Busey for Fish Tank. That would be pretty great. I used to have shelves filled with stuff like that too, Scott, but just random shit too. Finally cut it back to single shelf a few years back. Yeah, I'm a bit of a pack rat. I'm definitely a bit of a pack rat when it comes down to it. I've had to get good at knowing what is worth keeping and what is not, you know. John Jones scores World War IV before the end of the year. I could see it. Yeah. But like one thing you really have to do though is you gotta stop expecting everybody to think exactly like you on everything, especially the people that you like. I think it's actually really rude to be political around people a lot of the time. And what I mean by that is there was that No Kings protest, right? I was driving through my town during the No Kings protest. They had one in my locale. And I saw people that go to my gym that I'm cool with who were at that No Kings protest holding signs. And I found that to be very rude. The reason why I find that to be rude is not because I don't believe people are entitled to their opinions, but it's because it puts me in a situation where I have to look at this person and know that they think I'm a bad person for voting for Donald Trump. Not that I even voted, but if I voted, I would have voted for Donald Trump. I would have. I just don't vote. I just don't. Damn. Fucking 3,000 fish tokens from Dick Kickham. Shit. All right, bro. I'm gonna just go ahead and take all those right now. No, I'm kidding. But what was I gonna say? What was I going to say? Oh yeah, like one of the worst things you can do is assume that everybody thinks like you, and to be like upset or confrontational about people not thinking like you, you know. You also need to be very careful to not be throwing yourself out there in that way as to where somebody's going to be like, somebody's going to have a moment like that with you, where I saw those people and I was like, oh, you want to avoid having situations where somebody looks at you and they're like, oh, 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 you know? And unfortunately, you know, Mayhem kind of did that. I'm sure Mayhem feels the same way about Sam with that, you know, but what I really am referring to in this situation is like, you know, looking at Mayhem and being like, but no, dude, he's supposed to be based in Red Pill. He's the bully beatdown guy. It's like, says who? Or like Donald Trump, you know, with what he did with Iran. It's like, we knew he was not the guy. We knew the deal. We knew what the fucking deal was, you know? It shouldn't be surprising, you know, and you shouldn't be focused on like Donald Trump specifically. You should be thinking what's going to happen next, you know. Holy shit, what is going on here? What is it, like who can collect the most balls or something like that? You know, I'm sure you guys get what I'm saying, though. I'm sure you guys get what I'm saying. I will only allow fish to be leaders anyway, but Cum stole Taylor before I could make her one. Oh man. Oh, what can leaders of a clan do? I need to know for my own started one this season. I think their big thing is they can just add other members. I think that's really what the leaders of clans do. Like I'm a leader of Garage Gang, but other than that, you know, I wear a Make Ireland Great Again hat, and people stare at me all day, every day. Got to take some power out of it, cause fuck them. Yeah, like I don't think it's a hard and fast rule. I think what it really is like I don't think it's a hard and fast rule. I think when it comes down to it, you like there's moments of there's moments for everything. There's moments for everything, you know. But like you just got to be careful to not make it your whole personality, and you got to be careful to not alienate people around you that you want and need, you know. If I was an asshole, not like the people that I saw specifically, they've been taking a break from training. I don't know why. I don't know what the deal is, you know, beats me, but regardless of what the situation is, like when they come back, if I was an asshole, I might be like, "Oh, you don't like Donald Trump, huh? Yeah, well, I'm gonna teach your kid wrong." You know? Like if I really wanted to be a fucking asshole, I would withdraw from the child, right? He's a teenager at this point. The kid's a teenager. But if I wanted to be that way, I could, and I would. But I don't want to be that way. I would not be that way. But there is always going to be that piece of me where I look and I'm like, oh yeah, I remember I saw him there. And that's the type of shit you want to avoid. It's like I said, you want to avoid situations where somebody you need or want in your life is going to see you do or say something and be like, oh, you know, there's this kid who goes to my gym. He's like, you know, 13, 14 years old, something like that. But he's one of those kids who's just like ridiculously developed for his age. So we've actually had him in the adults class since he was like 11 or 12. He's taller than me. It's like fucking crazy. And he's not just tall. He like looks older than he is. He looks like he's 16, 17 years old. We were closed for the 19th, Juneteenth, right? And me, I don't support Juneteenth. I think it's a bullshit made up holiday. And I think it's just another attempt at demoralization for people who are not black, you know? But like when we announced that we were closed for Juneteenth, in my head, I was like, that's fucking stupid. Why would we be closed? Even if we were like, oh, it's the holiday, why would we be closed for it? Who gives a fuck? It's a dumb holiday anyway, you know? But I didn't say that out loud. This kid in my class, though, he was like, that's gay. He literally said that. And another dude in my class who's in his 20s, he's like, oh, you just showed your age. And it's like, you see, that was a telling moment. It was a telling moment. And even though I agree with him, even though I agree with what the kid said, I didn't let that out because I'm not going to have a moment where people look at me like, oh, you know, and that's something that kid's going to have to get used to. He's going to have to be able to, you know, he's going to have to know about that, and he's going to have to not put himself in those situations. My throat is hurting. I've been talking that much. That kid that said that's gay is the only dude worth investment. Exactly. Man. I think it allows you to coordinate attacks and pool community tokens and shit. Talking about being a leader and stuff like that. That makes sense. You know? Oh, man. Man, oh, man. I want to, I'm done talking, and I turned the volume down because Ball Brothers was like way too loud and constant.
Keep it up, Seth. You are universally hated, but you are doing much better than Daniel. His stoics is lower than his body count.
Okay, Freddie, this is an intervention. You need to stop drinking. We've all gathered you here today. It's been big
They're dressed like jizz. It's the sperm cell, says Zach Rivera. That's a good one. You should put that on Twitter. It's the sperm cell. Jet needs to get a black Hebrew Israelite on the show. Season 5. It was promised 3,000 years ago. That would be pretty great. That would be pretty great. Get a black Hebrew Israelite on the show, and then have me fucking come in and beat the fuck out of him. That'd be fun.
Have you ever measured it?
Not in a very long time.
When you measured it last time, what did you
I am gonna get out of here soon, though.
I don't think I want to say.
Okay, fair enough. You keep that noise in your head.
Oh, okay.
You tell like
Blopulon.
Ball to the judge.
we got the same.
Dang.
The same dick?
Yeah, that's how big it is. Your dick is as big as your from here to there.
I got a small one.
By 7.
Do you know that
You got 7 inch.
you know you got the exact same your foot is the exact same size as your jaw? Look.
Freddie, give Wrench what she wants. Take her into that closet and split her like a log. Freddie's fags, let's go.
Dude, like,
I feel
Freddie is the exact kind of guy that I was hanging out with when I was 19, and that's such an awful fucking thing. It's like, this dude's 36 and he's talking about, dude, fucking your dick is as long as from your middle finger to your thumb. Dude, did you know that?
You have to clear it with me first.
It's like, dude, get the fuck out of here.
That's a really good idea.
Let's get creative.
I want to see if you can make the biggest ball spit. So everyone grab. Wait, is that okay?
Biggest spitball? Sure.
Yeah. Okay. So everyone grab a piece of
For
paper.
one fish book. Go ahead
So
and
everyone grab a
direct
piece of
it.
paper, and then I want to see who's got the wettest.
What are they doing?
Don't sponge it. Have it flat.
Spitball? Something like that?
Spitty as possible. Yeah.
Oh my, oh dude, that's gonna be so gross. I don't even wanna watch that. I don't even wanna watch that. Oh man. Oh Nelly. Oh man, dude. Like, if there's one thing I don't like, it's gross out humor. I'm not a gross out guy. I'm not like, spit, like fucking, like gross shit. I'm just like, no thank you, So I'll probably just call it here. I am tired. I got a bit of a headache anyway. We didn't play any Oblivion remastered, but I think that's fine. We're all good. Oh man, excuse me. Anyway, yeah, I'll catch you guys later. All right. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for being here today. All right. Have a good one. Peace.